Hello and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor and our Ironman challenge. Now, when we left off, we had attempted to defeat a unique spawn, and we succeeded and gained a Nicolaus gem, which was actually very nice. Now, right now, we are here in a siege with two of our wonderful vassals, whose names I am absolutely all for remembering, and they are not very pleased about that to me. They're just like, why can't you remember our names? And I'm like, well, I kind of can, but I am very bad at pronouncing them, so I don't want to insult you. That's the main thing. But yeah, that doesn't really work out too well, does it? No, not at all. But otherwise, I'm thinking we're gonna do okay here. The main reason why I'm doing this and not Singhal, which was my main choice, I really wanted to take Singhal in this episode, and we probably will be able to. But it is just a case of us having basically no idea whether we're going to be able to, well, shall we say, get rid of the vassal that is currently inside the garrison there. That is the main issue that I'm having right now, because if that guy was not in there, I'd be able to, I would be able to go in there at the very least and maybe try and take it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if we'd be able to succeed, but I think we might do okay. As you can see right now, we're actually doing quite well in eliminating a lot of the enemies, and I've got to be really careful here as well, because let's face it, if I take a headshot right now, probably dead, probably dead. So got to be a bit careful, and we'll see if we can do okay here. I feel like most of my people are doing quite well so far. I mean, you can see that they're not dying, so to speak. Yeah, I should never do that. Yeah, I should never do that. Just remind me every single time. Don't mention not dying or anything like that, because then, as soon as I say it, they die. That's what happens. That's what happens. Pretty awful. Pretty awful. But, well, whatever the case, hopefully we'll do all right here, and maybe I'll be able to get a couple of extra kills just to thin them out a little bit here and there. And I think that's 100. I think we're going to actually retreat straight up. We're just going to retreat straight away, and then we're going to go back in. And my engineer is apparently unconscious, so he's not actually helping us out as much as he could at the moment, which is not great. But, well, what can I say? What can I say? Okay, so Kenneth Castle is actually being under siege. Is it under siege, or there's a lot of people nearby to it? Not entirely sure where Kenneth Castle is at the moment. Ah, it's up there. Yes, I remember that. Okay, Alistair has actually joined us, which is really nice. Not going to make peace. Sorry. Ooh, Alistair. Oh, wow. Okay, this is crazy. Alistair has joined us. He has 300 troops in his army. I'm very proud of him, because I remember a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but a couple of episodes ago, we saw Alistair running around, and he only had 150 troops, but now he has over 300, which is just fantastic. Really, really nice to see that, because I would expect that from him. I would expect him to have a pretty large army, considering the amount of leadership he has. And in general, hopefully he'll continue to do a fantastic job. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and not take any damage here. The main reason for me actually retreating in the first place is to reduce the amount of damage, or reduce the percentage chance, which is going to get higher and higher as I lose HP, of course, in me dying. That's basically the main thing that I wanted to do there. Try and prevent us from taking fatal damage, because that can happen very, very quickly, very easily versus the Dashar. These guys have some great thrown weapon skills, and their archery skills are also pretty good. So you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you are at a low HP, and then you're just like, oh, javelin to the face, you're dead. They do a lot of damage with those. So let's see how much we've done so far. Yeah, so every single time we actually come back in here, it's pretty good, because you're going to be able to eliminate about 100 units or so, and then you can probably charge in. I mean, I think I might be able to charge in right now, but I don't want to put my guys in a situation where they are going to be completely pin-cushioned by the opponent. There we go. Phew, that was close. I thought to myself, I missed. No, I really could not miss, especially considering he was actually focusing me at that particular point. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I want to move my forces a little bit closer here either. Might make sense. It might. Or it might just be an absolute waste of time. Okay, let's try and move them a little bit closer here. I don't want to do the tactic where we just go, okay, so eliminated 100, it's time for us to retreat, and then we go back in, and so on and so forth, and we just continue to use our archers, because even though that strategy is perfectly valid, and the rules of the Ironman challenge do state that I can win in any way that I want, as long as it's legit, you know, and while while that is a valid strategy, it's definitely something that I'd prefer not to do, because obviously it does, on the one hand, become a little bit tedious to do it that way, but it also reduces our honor rating, and our honor is pretty sacred at the moment. We want to make sure that it stays at a decent level, and going in and then retreating and rinse and repeating that particular tactic is not exactly good for our honor rating as it is, and especially our renown as well. I mean, renown is not something that I'm particularly hurting for at the moment. I would much prefer to keep my honor rating intact as much as possible, but yeah, anyway, we'll see what we can do here. I've got some archers over there. Any archers behind me? No. Okay, there's an archer. Yes. This is a bit of an issue. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do here. Just shoot him, I guess. I've got 6 more arrows. Guess we should probably take out... Oh, who am I being shot by? This guy? I guess? Yeah, that guy. Okay, yeah. This is going to be a bit problematic because I don't think I'm going to be able to eliminate him. Or I am. Okay, apparently he decided to just ignore me. Seems like there's a lot of people spawning in there as well, which is not exactly great. Let's get some arrows. Just in case. Oh, there's a lot of archers up there. Not very good. Can we eliminate that guy? Yep, there we go. And now I have no more arrows. But my people are getting in, which is good. And there is actually a quiver here. Give me that. Okay, let's see what I can do. What's going on with these arrows? Okay, there we go. Weird. Some weird stuff going on there. Okay, maybe I can get him. Can I get him? Body shot? Shoulder shot? Something? No? Maybe I've got to move. There we go. Alright. And let's just take out these guys as well. There we are. Nice. Okay. I think I have eliminated all of the archers. Now all we have to do is deal with the infantry. And they're obviously much, much easier to deal with than anything else that the Dashar actually has. I feel like the Dashar are, first off, really, really good with horse archery. And then they're really good with archers. Not so good with their infantry unless you're counting the Scorpion Assassins. I mean, their damage output is really, really good, the Scorpion Assassins. But their survivability is not so great. But you mainly use them for offense, in my opinion, anyway. So there you go. A nice victory at Saidu Sharif, which is the name of this castle. 15 renown for us right there. And no one actually wants anything. I guess I will just swap out this. No, no one wants this either, or they can't use it. Fine with me. Fine with me. Alright, so basically what I'm going to be doing as well is I'm basically just going to be waiting for Lethal Duran to come back into our army here after he has trained up our CKO units again. And then what we're going to do is we will use the Qualis Gem, if I can find Phineas, to increase our companions' specialities, whatever they may be. So, proficiencies, stats, and so on and so forth. And then hopefully that is going to result in even better gains for us. And speaking of gains, all of these rescued prisoners can go to our vassals that are actually right next to us here. So it's really, really good for us to take vassals along with us. And this is actually going to be given to think I should probably give this to Boadis, to be honest. She has 3 castles and 6 villages, but she has a very small army at the moment. I've seen her running around and she only has 90, which I'm a bit weirded out by. Not entirely sure why, considering she has more villages, more castles than most people. So I'm going to give this to Jamshid for the moment. And there we go. All right, so let's just wait here for a little bit of time because I would like to, as I say, take Singhal, and we are going to need to restore people. And yeah, look at that. He actually recruited a whole bunch of those rescued prisoners, which is really nice. And there's Ardashir. Ardashir does not have that many, which is a little unfortunate. We need to wait for Anson to basically restore himself, and then we will move on. Ah, now Roland and Boadis have both joined us in our campaign, which is so fantastic. Roland has 247 and Boadis has 129 now, so she has recruited a couple more people. And the guy has actually left. Fantastic. The vassals actually left from Singhal's garrison, which is even better. So that means that we have, wow, basically one of the best chances for us to be able to take this. So... oh yeah, by the way, Valenbray is actually under siege right now, so if we can finish up Singhal's siege really, really quickly, and then go over to Valenbray and try to defend it, or at the very least try to chase them off or something like that, then we'll be in a really, really good position. I'm actually just going to tell everyone to charge in until we are in the courtyard, and then I will tell them to hold position, because at the moment, being outside here and having the ability to shoot at them is very limited. So let's see what we can do. Gonna put my infantry down there, put my cavalry just behind them, and my archers can just stand here. I'm gonna get absolutely pelted by huge amounts of arrows right now, but that's okay because, well, my shield's fantastic. You can see that it's just taken a little bit of extra damage. You can see that it's starting to break, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. If I can distract the opponent to shoot at me instead of shooting at my forces, then that's all I really want to do. And it seems to be working. Seems to be working quite nicely. Once my archers get onto the high ground, they should be able to start firing at the opponent. Well, yeah, I've got quite a few arrows in my shield right now. Did post a... He posted a rather amusing, I guess you could call it a meme. Yeah, I guess you could call it a meme. I did post that to Instagram, and there was like a picture of a guy with 2 shields, one on his back and one on his front, like I have right here, just absolutely filled with arrows. And it just reminded me so much of how much Pendor actually gives you the ability to do something like this, because the shields in the game are so good. This guy just... Wow, this guy was like, oh, better rush out there real quick to my death. Not entirely sure why he did that, but okay. Anyway, we've already eliminated 45, but I feel like we could already try to get in to the battlements. Is that a bad idea? Maybe. Ow. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, these guys are pretty harsh. I might not like to do that. I might not like to do that. We might want to be a little bit cautious. So I'm going to just stand a little bit back here. Ooh, it looks as though the archers are getting a little bit confused as to where they might want to run to. And that makes everything much, much easier for us, because that might mean that we can go in to the battlements. Look at this. We've already eliminated 136, and we've literally not done anything. Look at this. I've literally just lost 2 units from my own army, and otherwise my vassals have lost much more. And I think we could probably go in. Let's do this. Let's go in and see what we can do. I think we might have a good shot. I'm going to try and sneak in behind most of my forces here. We might do okay. As long as we can... Yeah, come on, squeeze in. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Fantastic. This is good. This is good. Okay, come on now. Let's try and do as much damage as I possibly can in a very, very quick amount of time so that we can try and get the people out of the battlements. And then my other people will be able to actually, you know, get into the area and actually start securing it, which is going to be really nice. My shield is absolutely peppered with arrows right now, which is just crazy. I'm actually just going to stand here, because I'd like to pick up these arrows. There we go. And then I might actually be able to deal some damage. Hello. You do a lot of damage, apparently. Are you a Ghazi Stalker or something? No, it's just a Desert Hunter. Wow, crazy. Okay, let's see what we can do. Seems like they have really fast weapons. Ah, everyone's going up the one ladder. Oh no, that is not good. Okay, we might have some issues right there. Because as you can see, the enemies have actually split themselves in such a way so as to make it much more difficult for our forces to get up. And the Knights of Eventide. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Yeah, these guys are meaning some business. Quite a bit. Maybe if I can just attack quite a bit here, just kill them really, really, really quickly, then we might have an opportunity to get our forces actually inside the battlements. Because as it stands right now, things are not going too well. Ugh, this is bad. This is bad. Are they actually coming up? Or are they just standing down there? They might just be standing down there, which would be pretty good for me, because then I could actually shoot them from down here. But the more times that they spawn in people, the worse it gets for me, because they might be able to take me out with a thrown weapon or something like that, and that would be pretty awful. They have shields. It's kind of annoying. I'm not going to be able to hit them as easily because of that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we might be doing okay. Yeah, look at that. Yes, yes, yes. Much better. Much better than I anticipated. I actually thought that we were going to have some issues, but we are losing a lot of people, but these people are literally just being knocked unconscious, which is not a big deal for our main forces. And bear in mind that even if I lose a couple of people, I will still have the opportunity to rescue some prisoners. And, well, to a lesser extent, my vassals will also be able to rescue those prisoners and expand their own armies, which is pretty crazy in itself. Try and shoot from the side here as well. There we go. That is working quite nicely. There's more coming in. And it's interesting that they're going up the other side, which is actually kind of good for us. Because the more that they can go up that side... well, maybe it's not actually that good, because if they do go up that side, then they're just reinforcing the battlements where we're having issues. And you can see here that this ladder is being unused, which is bad. No other way to put it, basically. It is bad. But there's not much I can do about it. I mean, unless... you know what? Okay. We're going to do something a little bit here. We've eliminated 370 now, which is crazy. Alright, so nearby soldiers, follow me. Yeah, that might not work. Let's actually just tell them to hold position. There we go. And then we'll just get a whole bunch more and tell them to hold position. And then we will tell them to follow me, and we will tell everyone to charge in once again, because what they'll do is they might then use the secondary ladder. As you can see, there are actually a couple of them. A couple of them are using the secondary ladder, but by now it's basically pointless, because every single one of our forces has now actually gotten the foothold into the battlements. But, oh well. It was well intentioned, I suppose, my efforts. And there we go. I think that is indeed a victory for us. And we just need to eliminate another one unit. Yeah, there you go. That is it. Whew. Okay, that was not exactly difficult, actually. I thought that maybe it was going to be more difficult, but look at this. Because we have called for such a massive campaign, I think we could probably end up taking quite a few more towns here. I actually did end up killing 80 units. Julia killed 16. which is actually kind of crazy in itself. Ah, here we go, here we go. Okay, we're going to have to fight in the streets. This might be problematic. This might be pretty bad for us. All right. I'm a little bit worried because we're just randomly spawning in with who knows what units, and that is going to be difficult. So far, we've only lost one unit, which is insane. I'm not entirely sure how that is even possible, considering we're just with random units here. And there you go. Oh, we have a Pendor Knight. Oh, okay. Oh, that needs to be... Oh, I need to induct that Pendor Knight into my knighthood order, because they would be so much better like that. Would they? Would they actually be so much better like that? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the Pendor Knight's stats are even like, because I literally just don't even bother looking at them, but it would probably be a good idea to look at them after this, so that we can actually find out whether they are significantly better joining my knighthood order or not, because otherwise, until the training is complete, it might be better to leave them as Pendor Knights. Who knows? But there you go. A victory for us in the end at Singhal. And we now are able to rescue a couple of people. I will take a Dragon Drake, take some Heretic Minions, Maiden Ranger. Do they have anything else that I really like? These guys are really good, as far as I'm aware. What else? What else? Nothing much, actually. Nothing much. Okay, I'll just take the prisoners, and then we'll just let our vassals have whatever they want. And we will give this to Boadis. We will give this to Boadis because she is really close by to Singhal with her other castle. And there you go. And then she will have even bigger army, which is going to be so crazy for her. So let's just sell this, and we will just get some honey, get some grain and cheese and so on and so forth. And there we have it. Look at that. We are expanding so incredibly nicely into Deshar territory. I'm half thinking that I should just leave Valenbray to be taken by them. But then I think, well, why should I? You know, why should I leave them? Because maybe it would be a better idea to not do that. Oh, look at this. Oswald de Fleur has assembled all of his adventuring companies to form a single army. So, yeah, that is another unique spawn that I think we could probably take on. Maybe at this point and win, do you think? I'm not entirely sure what his composition is like at the moment. But it might be an idea. Ah, he's actually gone in. Okay, I don't have time to wait. Or I probably do. That's going to get taken. That is going to get taken very, very quickly. There is nothing I can do about that, as we are never going to get all of my units into the defense there, and there are over 1,000 units, and that is just never going to happen. Not in a million years. So they can just take Valenbray if they want. I'll take it back off screen, because it's more than likely that they'll just place about 200 units in there, or 300, and that is not going to be, in my opinion, too difficult. 600, that's a bit of a different story. 600 would probably be quite hard. Ah, and now Lethal Durin has returned. Fantastic. Okay, so let's actually see. No changes to their strength and agility. Oh. Are they maxed out? No changes to their skills? Oh, wow. Okay, no changes to their skills. I'm a bit surprised about that, but okay. What about the Iron Sergeants? Okay, they've increased... Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. More shield skills, always good. And their archery proficiency is up to 280. That's really nice too. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so yes, welcome back. And now need to find Phineas, basically as soon as possible. Let's try and find Phineas as soon as possible, shall we? We do need to find a traveler. It's going to be insanely difficult for me to find a traveler right now, isn't it? But I do have a Qualis gem. I wonder whether yeah, I'm going to take a bit of a gamble here. I'm going to obviously say to everyone that the campaign is now over, because we have taken Singhal, and we did a pretty good job, in my opinion. That was pretty nice. And let's go over to Singhal. Go over to Sarlian, and we will try and see what we can do about finding Phineas, because I would love to be able to increase our companion's stats. Aha, hello, Phineas, where are you? Ah, he's at a hidden outpost. Of course he is. Well, you can blame Phineas for the episode ending right now, can't you? Yes, anyway, there you go. There's a little bit of a selling of our prisoners for 5,600, and otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.